So I think on that note, Richard, it'd be a good starting point if you could perhaps just give us a bit of background into JGA from your perspective.
Thank you, Kate. We're a family firm. We're focused on providing apprenticeships predominantly for the growth functions of organisations, whether that's marketing, sales, bid management, communications, and the like. We're West London based, but we work nationally, and we have about 400 apprentices on programme at present, and that's growing fast. This year, we expect more than half of our apprentices to achieve merits and distinctions, which is something we achieved easily last year, actually. We're fortunate enough to have won several awards. So we are Training Provider of the Year at the BAME Apprenticeship Awards and the West London Business Awards. And then a month or two ago, we were lucky enough to be awarded the Queen's Award for Enterprise, the Promoting Opportunity category. And one of our digital marketers won an Apprentice of the Year award as well. So we have almost an embarrassment of awards at the moment, which is not so great for me writing entries, but it is super in terms of the validation that it gives us for the quality of our marketing apprenticeship specifically. Although apprenticeships are about training often young people, our initial focus is always the employer. Our mantra is really that if you're working with a strong employer and you're offering a good job with a decent wage, then you maximize the chances that the apprenticeship is really successful for all parties. And you contribute to the long-term as well as the short-term bottom line of the organization, of the client. At the end of the day, if you have a good role that promises career progression, then you'll get good applicants and it will work. This year, we're looking at 80+% success rates in a very rigid format that the government dictates that. So 8 out of 10 is actually really strong for the industry. And if you just think about your normal staff turnover over a year or two, then you'll feel, even taking that into account, that's good. The key aspects to apprentices are things like making sure that the job description is compatible with the apprenticeship. There's not a lot of point putting someone on a digital marketer apprenticeship if they don't do digital marketing, for example. And the same goes for coding. If it's some coding, then a digital marketer apprenticeship might be right, or maybe a data analyst would be good. If there's less coding, but it still involves lots of digital marketing, then actually the marketing assistant apprenticeship, although it doesn't have the word digital in the name, is probably more appropriate. So the service really is about making sure that the fit is as strong as possible between the client, the employer, the training and the apprenticeship standard. And if you're recruiting, then the recruit, or if it's somebody who's already in post, then the role that they actually undertake. Secondly, does the candidate really need an apprenticeship? If they're overqualified, underqualified, then it won't work as well. It needs to be right. And this, of course, there's lots of flexibility. And the whole point about apprenticeship is that it is a bespoke qualification, but it makes sure that, there are limits. Just as there are limits to jobs, there are limits to ability. Clearly, if you have a master's degree in digital marketing, you don't do a digital marketer level 3 apprenticeship because you should already know it all. And we work with employers very closely to make sure that there is that close fit in all aspects. We have a skills scan that tests every aspect of the skills and the behaviours and the knowledge that the apprenticeships are there to impart, to make sure that the candidates need them, and can stretch and challenge them to make sure that if they do have some aspects of them, then it is still a worthwhile program for them.